My name is Tina. I live in a rural area of South Carolina. I have family and friends close by, and they are a great support system for me. My healthcare team did a good job explaining titration to me. They told me that I would start with a certain number of breaths, and then each week they would increase by one breath until I got to the dose that my doctor had prescribed for me. My doctor initially prescribed 9 breaths for my dose, and it took me about 3 months to get to the 9 breaths that he prescribed. After I'd been on 9 breaths for some time, my doctor increased it up to 10 breaths, which is where I'm at now. My pulmonologist is great. I have his cell number, so I can text him at any time with questions or concerns that I have. And during the titration process, I worked with 2 nurses we did a weekly video call, and they monitored me, had answered any questions I had. I experienced some headaches during the treatment, and my nurses coached me, and that helped a lot. When I initially started taking the medication, I didn't notice much difference, but after a few weeks, I felt like I could have deeper breaths, I could walk further, and with my daily chores or my chores around the house, such as vacuuming, I could vacuum 2 rooms where before all I could do was 1, and I was very short of breath afterwards. So when I realized that the medication was working, it encouraged me, and I felt confident. Make sure you have a good line of communication with your doctor and the nurses. And the titration process is there for a reason. It's a gradual process for your body to adjust to the medication, and for the nurses to monitor you at a slower pace to make any adjustments if needed, and to loop your doctor in with any concerns that may happen to arise. I'm happy with what TYVASO has done for me, and I plan to continue the treatment as my doctor has prescribed it.
What is TYVASO? TYVASO treprostinil is a prescription medicine used in adults to treat pulmonary hypertension associated with interstitial lung disease, PH-ILD, WHO Group 3, which is high blood pressure in the lungs due to inflammation and sometimes scarring in the lungs. TYVASO can improve the ability to exercise. Important safety information. Before you take TYVASO, tell your healthcare provider about all of your medical conditions, including if you have low blood pressure or bleeding problems. If you are pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, tell your doctor. It is not known if TYVASO will harm your unborn baby or if it passes into breast milk. Tell your healthcare provider about all of the medicines you take, as TYVASO and other medicines may affect each other, especially medicines used to treat high blood pressure or heart disease, or that decrease blood clotting, anticoagulants, water pills, diuretics, gemfibrozil, Lopid, or rifampin, Remactane, Rifidin, Rifamate, Rifater. TYVASO can cause serious side effects, including low blood pressure, symptomatic hypotension, and bleeding problems, especially in people who take blood thinners, anticoagulants. The most common side effects of TYVASO are cough, headache, throat irritation and pain, nausea, reddening of the face and neck, flushing, fainting or loss of consciousness, dizziness, and diarrhea. These are not all the possible side effects of TYVASO. Call your doctor for medical advice about side effects. You may report side effects to the FDA at www.fda.gov/medwatch or call 1-800-FDA-1088. The risk information provided here is not comprehensive. To learn more about TYVASO, talk with your healthcare provider. Please see full prescribing information, the TD100 and TD300 TYVASO inhalation system instructions for use manuals, and other additional information at www.tyvaso.com or call 1-877-UNITHER, 1-877-864-8437.